ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Just Plain Living. I'm John Gray.
Good morning. I'm Peggy Burton, and I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Well, after that, you know, it's kind of anticlimactic. I'm Jim Fuller, by the way.
And you're just full of it, aren't you?
Fuller? He's fuller.
Right.
He's not just full of it, he's fuller of it.
Fuller than he's ever been, right?
At our age, Peggy and I have a difficult time because Julia does all she can do to get us to smile and be up about this when we come on the air. But the problem is they start with John, and it takes about a minute before we get over here to us. And by then, you know, we've a little lost the edge.
I know, but what a great day.
Does the edge go away that quickly now?
It does.
Has the rain stopped finally?
Yeah, I think it has. I think it's maybe going to be sunny for a day or two.
Yeah, it is.
So.
70% chance on Thursday, I think. Thursday morning, so.
Well, you said you're tired, so which brings about the reference. How's the country show coming?
It's coming. I guarantee you it's coming. Big time. Full
Big
force.
time.
Yeah, it's coming.
Good.
We got a great cast. We got a lot of good people coming. There's one of them. There comes the Queen at this moment.
There she is. Queen Francine.
I know.
Speaking of big time, Big River finished this past weekend, and what a wonderful play. They did a very, very good job involving about, I don't know, 30 at least. Seemed like there's a bunch of kids and a bunch of people involved. And
I was impressed that they had two casts. I got to see the cast this past weekend.
Right.
I heard the other cast was wonderful too. So not two whole casts, but
the guys that played the King and the Duke
were they not hysterical?
Were absolutely incredible.
That was
incredible.
A bit of Shakespeare.
Yep.
And
but the whole play was very well done.
Roger Miller was a genius with that music.
Yes.
When he first started writing music, I didn't think that much about Roger, but I was so proud of him for doing that production. That was
Roger
great.
Miller did that. You know what else Roger Miller did?
Are you talking about the Roger Miller, King of the Road? Roger Miller?
Yeah.
He wrote the music for Big River, and it's very touching and beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he did some Broadway
and I have
stuff.
to say, as great as everybody was on that stage, the guy that did the Dadgum Government, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. He was Huckleberry Finn's father, and he was a drunk, and he did
a super job.
He did a great job. He gets drunked up, and he was singing about the government. I mean, the dadgum government. So even back in the day of
Huckleberry Finn,
people were complaining about the government getting in his pocket. Talk about damn government get in your pocket. No matter where you are, you can hide in the woods and be fishing on the river. You can feel a hand going in your pocket. It's that damn government.
Unbelievable.
It's funny.
It was a nice production.
Great production.
To me, it was a touching production.
It was on a lot of levels, touching a lot of different.
Well, touched on dysfunctional families, for instance.
Right, and of course slavery was involved.
And integration and segregation and what real love was.
Right.
I liked it. I did.
Yes.
Patch.
Yes, that was put on by Performing Arts for Teens.
You know, it must be getting
Children
close
teens.
to football season, I think, because today, as I was coming in the studio, there was a parade down in front of our studio here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I kept hearing the stuff, and I thought, parade just for us. Turns out, I think it was the drum corps and the high school band. They must
rehearsing.
They must be practicing, but they're marching down
the street.
Wilson Avenue?
Yeah, down the street here.
That's pretty cool.
I'm thinking
it is.
Football season can't be far behind.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
First game is what? Last week in August?
Last week in August is week 0.
Yeah. Don't forget, folks, we bring those replays to you for Shelbyville, Tullahoma, and Coffee County.
Right.
On Saturday mornings. If you didn't get a chance to catch that, Manchester's got, Coffee County rather's got a new coach. Mm-hmm. Comes to us from Florida, and great expectations there. Of course, we're always, John Oliver's the head coach at Tullahoma High School, as he has been for the last 20-something years.
21 years.
You know, we're always excited. We're always excited.
Yeah, and he has some new help this year. Devin DeLauder, who is a former player and played up at Swanee and has coached around. He's come back, and John's going to have a little more help this year on the sidelines than he had last year. He was under a lot of pressure last year because he didn't have quite the help that he has had in the past, and it's hard to be the head coach and the play caller and you can't do it all. You can't do it all. Even at the high school level now, it's very difficult to have a successful program in a town even the size of Tullahoma without the proper amount of help.
Sure.
Because it's all so specialized now. It's not like I was watching a thing on TV yesterday, I believe, about Bo Jackson and how incredible an athlete he was, and he would punt, kick off, return punts, return kickoffs, run, catch passes, throw passes, and plus then he was hitting 600 on the baseball field.
Right.
So every now and then you have an athlete like that come along, but anymore they specialize those people into you're one thing, or maybe two things. Not so much at the high school level, but even some at the high school level. So it takes a lot of folks who know what they're doing to teach these kids what's going on, because it's so very competitive.
You know, I don't want to leave out the Shelbyville Golden Eagles either, because if you remember last year, folks, that they had a great football team and
good season.
You had a great season. Went to the playoffs. Well, all those guys are back.
Yeah,
pretty much all of them are back.
They have a hot team, don't they?
Oh yeah, so it's going to probably be a good year for Coach Jason Hardy over there.
Yeah, and if any of you folks out there are business owners and want to be involved in sponsoring any of these shows, all you need to do is give me a call. You can call my cell phone 581-5238, and we'll put you on the air. It's a very reasonable price to be involved with all these football programs, and they'll replay throughout the season, and then they go up on Facebook and YouTube, so you can watch them anytime you want to.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really great.
It's our version of AirPlay Direct, or whatever you want to call it. You just go on our Facebook page and find it and watch it whenever you want to do it.
Cool. I mean, that's the only way I get to see it, because I don't have cable.
You're out in the country.
I'm out in the country.
She's out in her country estate, so she didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
As I said before we went on the air, probably one of my favorite actors ever, James Garner, passed away this weekend.
Oh, that's sad.
And what a great, everything from Maverick to The Notebook. You know, for years and years. And I was listening to some of the conversation about him, and what some of the other stars said is he was the consummate Hollywood star. He was absolutely a gentleman, old school. You know, he wasn't flamboyant. He was very courteous and very respectful of the people around him and the people he worked with.
He was a great actor.
And they said when he walked on stage and became involved or came into the studio, that he set the tone for the way everybody else acted. And they said when he was involved in a project, everybody acted respectfully and of the other people. That's a very good tribute.
He was a wonderful man, and every time I watch The Notebook every time it comes on TV, because my mother had Alzheimer's, and that is the most touching
it's phenomenal
rendition of how, you know, you're with it one minute and the next minute you're gone somewhere. That was a great.
And he stays with her and
till the end.
Talks to her and reads the story of their life, and she doesn't know that it's her that he's reading about.
Once in a while,
every now and then she slips back into herself, and they'll eat a meal together and dance. It's just it's an absolutely phenomenal story.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's an incredible movie.
I've seen a lot of his movies, but I don't think I've seen that. Sounds like it. Brian Morris, by the way, got a win last night. Brian Morris from Tullahoma, Tennessee, now playing for Miami, I believe it is, in the major leagues.
Yep, he got traded. They traded a #1 draft pick for him.
Right, from Pittsburgh.
Because they needed that mid-inning reliever.
Right. You know, a lot of time, most of the times, mid-inning relievers don't get the win or loss, but he picked up a win last night. So
and I think the last time I checked, I forget who I was talking to the other day, who keeps up with that a whole lot, is that he hadn't, since he's been down there, he hadn't given up an earned run.
Yeah. Andrew was telling me about that this morning.
Yeah.
So,
Andrew keeps up with it.
Yeah, he keeps up with it. Yeah.
You know, even if he is a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
He can't help that.
Yeah.
Fran likes the Cubbies. My wife Fran sitting over, she likes the Cubbies too. They hadn't won anything in what, Andrew?
Over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
You know, and I don't think I realized that until I saw a cartoon on Facebook the other day, and it was these two bear cubs, and one of them was saying to the other, "We don't know anything about the World Series. We're Cubs."
Oh, that's cute.
You know,
That's sweet.
it must have been a while since they won one or
That's so
played
sweet.
it.
So Jim, lot going on in the political arena right now.
Yeah, there
yeah.
is big time elections coming up on August the 7th. Last week, by the way, we had someone enter the race as an independent, and I think you covered that event.
Yes.
And I forget his
Mike
name.
Winton. Mike
yeah.
Winton.
And he'll be running against Diane Black in the general election in November. So.
And I think we might have a little piece of his announcement on the show today, and then I know we'll pick that up for the news either today or on Thursday.
Yeah, we John and I both covered an event in Manchester. John went early and I went late. It was Fantasy 101.5's
Right.
Candidates meet and greet,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of candidates there. And we started, as you left, after you covered your event, we started asking the candidates did they want to speak or want to say something on the air. Typically, you'll get a few,
But did they
a
not
lot
want to do
of
it
them
this
don't
time?
want to. I mean,
They don't have anything to say,
No,
maybe.
everybody there was willing to speak.
Were
I
they?
think
That's
everybody
great.
there. So,
And you know, I think that's a pretty cool event because they were at Rotary Park and they all had tents set up and tables and they had
What a
watermelon
chance
and
for
ice
people to
cream.
meet them.
Well, that's right. Instead of the people sitting in an audience and listening to them answer questions, this gave the people an opportunity to go up to them and talk to them face to face
Exactly.
and
there's a lot
ask
of
the
people
questions
don't
that
know
they wanted to
anything
ask.
about the politicians that are running.
Right.
Because maybe they're not, into the city government or state
Right.
government or whatever, and it helps me.
Yeah, well, it was a good event,
You voted?
and we'll have some of that on
Not
the
yet,
show.
but I intend to
Yeah, I
very
voted
soon.
right away. I always vote.
Along with other things here shortly. And what we'd like to do is take a short commercial break, which I hope you pay attention to. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be here. Next time you see one of them, tell them thank you, and even better than that, buy something. We'll be right back.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed. By a child who never got polio. Because vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. Over the years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Soon, the world will be polio-free. Rotary, humanity in motion.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this past Saturday, the Tullahoma Fire Department held an open house, and one of the reasons was that they have received a new fire truck down there, and they've got it all equipped out, and they wanted people to have an opportunity to see just what it takes to run a fire truck in and out and around our town, and the equipment that's needed to keep you and also the first responders, our firemen and fire ladies, safe. We were there. Here's a little bit of video. We're at Fire Hall number 1 today, where they're having an open house and showing off some of the equipment, the new fire truck. And here's the big ladder truck right here, taking people up on a ladder ride. So it's a good day down here. We're having a little rain right now, but a lot of folks are out at Fire Hall number 1 for the open house. All right, we're inside now, and there's Fire Hall t-shirts, and there's politicians here, and there's some snacks around. A lot of good folks. Here's that brand new fire truck right here. There's Chief. What about it, Chief? You got a good crowd here today. Tell me about this new piece of equipment.
Well, we just took delivery and put in service of a 2014 KME rescue pump. It's a state-of-the-art engine. Carries 980 gallons of water, 20 gallons of pre-pipe foam. Also carries all our rescue equipment, medical equipment. It can pretty much do any job that we need to do. Has seating for 6, has a full airbag system for protection of our most expensive asset, our firefighter. And it also has a full roll cage, anti-lock brake system, and it's just a great vehicle, and we're very proud of it. And we just wanted to kick it off right, have an open house, and let everybody come down and enjoy this time with us.
Well, congratulations to you, and congratulations to a city that supports their first responders with a proper type of equipment for them to do their job in a safe, sound, and respectable manner.
Thank you. We, NFPA makes improvements all the time, and their number 1 job is looking out for firefighter safety. And this new piece of equipment meets all the NFPA 1901 requirements, all the pumper requirements, safety requirements. Everyone has to be in a seatbelt, seatbelted in, sitting down before the truck will even move. So it's all about firefighter safety, because if they don't make it there, and the fact is they can't help anyone else. So we want to make sure that they make it there safe, and they get to come back to the station and be ready for the next alarm and go home in the morning to their families. So we appreciate the support of the city and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen on this great purchase, this 25-year asset that will be a great asset to the city.
All right, Chief Richard Chastain, thank you, my friend, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And as you can see, this is a fully functional, fully furnished, brand new vehicle purchased by the city of Tullahoma for their first responders, the fine Tullahoma Fire Department right here. Look at there. There's an alderman right there. He's got his cupcake t-shirt on today. Look at that.
Haven't been in them yet.
We have young people. Hi, we have young people here. I don't know whether they're trying to win cold drinks or what they're doing, but they're having fun. Look at them. Playing games down here at Fire Hall number 1 here in Tullahoma and enjoying everything good. Here's some more of the equipment that's involved in this brand new, beautiful fire truck, state of the art, to help save you in your time of need and to make sure that our firefighters are safe as well. That's the brand new fire truck. It's Rescue 1 down at the Tullahoma Fire Hall number 1. It is their open house day. All right, this is Captain Phil Duncan here, and what are you getting ready to do, Phil?
We're fixing to operate a fire extinguisher. We're going to have the people operate it, and if they spray the water in the correct location, the fire will go out. If they're not spraying it in the right location, it will continue to burn. So you don't want to spray the water in the flame itself, but down at the base of what's burning.
Okay, and this is the piece of equipment right here that allows them to do that, and when they crank it up, it'll show you exactly how this works. All right, first thing to do is this young lady here is going to pull the pin, and look, there's the fire spray it down low, the fire goes out. Look at there.
Good job.
And that job is done right by that young lady.
That is Ann Duncan.
That's Ann Duncan.
That's a Duncan.
That's a Duncan right there. Well, no wonder she knows what to do.
It's a Kia Cadenza kind of day at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. This luxurious Kia has too many features to mention, with prices starting as low as $33,943. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. We have a huge selection to choose from here at Russell Barnett Kia, and mention this ad and receive an additional $500 off your next Kia Cadenza purchase. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency Trane cooling units with some special financing through the end of June. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stroop.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is our segment we call Police Pointers, and Mr. Paul Blackwell, who's the Tullahoma Police Chief, is joining us today, as always, with some good tips about being a police officer. Have you always wanted to be in police work, or how did you get into that?
Yes.
You did?
Probably since about the age of 18, I knew I wanted to get into law enforcement in some fashion, and you know, when I went in the military, that was my desire, to be in military police. And I got out, my college curriculum was focused on getting into law enforcement, and that's pretty much something I've always wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's worked out pretty well for me.
I think so. You know, I mean, other than unless you got to be police chief in Chicago or New York or something, this is about as good as it gets.
This is a very good place to work and to be a police officer, and you know, to be in the position I'm in.
Actually, I don't know if New York or Chicago would necessarily be a better job. It probably pays a little more, but other than that, I mean,
well, kind of as you get into the larger departments, you have a larger span of control. I mean, you know, you may have 4 or 5 division commanders. You know, so the work kind of gets spread out to more people.
Right.
In a small agency, kind of like ours, there aren't a whole lot of people to delegate things out to. So, you know, I get involved in doing a lot of things hands-on, which is good. But in those larger agencies, you can pass things off to other people. They pass it off to someone else, and you know, so before you know it, there's a lot of hands that have their in the cookie jar.
I see. You know, I'm sure that from time to time in a police officer's career, you know, he has to do something to someone that they don't take offense to. Even though they're the ones committing the crimes.
Right.
But have you ever been threatened that somebody was going to retaliate off duty? Or
you know, that people will say that, and sometimes you have to take it in what context. If you're dealing with someone that's intoxicated, they're going to say all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the biggest one is when you take those handcuffs, I'm going to kick your butt. You know, and the police officer always stands back and says, well, the handcuffs will come off eventually here.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like... But the good thing about in law enforcement, you can always call for more help. So you kind of want to look at that guy that says, I'm going to kick your butt, and say, well, how many are you going to take?
Right.
I mean, you know, because we'll just keep calling for more help, more help, more help. And the bottom line is we'll go home at night to our families. You'll go to jail.
Exactly.
So, you know, make your mind up. Do you want to go to jail just peacefully, or, you know, wake up in the morning and think, why did I do that?
You know, you see these kind of things on television, and I've always thought that is the dumbest thing, because you never win. The bad guy never wins at that, because like you say, you just keep bringing people into something.
You know, and there'd be a lot of people that want to get into it just to get into it, you know, from the law enforcement side.
Yeah.
Because it is a matter of numbers. And, you know, sometimes you want to look the other person in the eye and, do you really want to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
So I can think of many instances, or several instances, where people have made those threats. When you take the handcuffs off me, I'm going to do this and that. And, you know, none of them have ever done it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's the liquor talking. But as far as really having anyone that had said in a sober voice, I'm going to get to you, there may be one or two. And again, you take that in context. As a police officer, though, you should always be conscious of, you know, could there be someone out there that sees you in the public and maybe thinks this is an opportunity for some payback. So you've always got to kind of be on your toes, be aware of your surroundings. But
even if you were out of uniform, they're still going to face some serious consequences for attacking a police officer.
If you can show that they did that, they retaliated because of your position as a police officer, yes, you would still be able to charge them with assaulting a law enforcement officer.
Right. Okay. Well, more interesting tidbits. And it's not usually not why the chief came here, but
that's okay.
You know,
I've had some people tell me that they enjoy watching the segments and they get something out of it. So I may come in with a particular topic, and I always enjoy when you bring something else into it, because, you know, maybe there's something that has created some interest in you. And
well, you know, it's not just everybody that gets to sit down and talk to the chief of police. You know,
I always like to tell people, sit down and spend 5, 10, 15 minutes with a police officer. Sure. Not just me, but anyone. Right. And you'll find we're normal people. We've taken on a job that requires some special skills. And, you know, in the end, we're normal people.
And temperament as well. So. Okay.
Sometimes the things we'd like to say, we know we cannot say or do.
You know, and the vast majority of police officers don't do that and handle themselves in a very professional manner.
You know, we always try to instill in someone, treat someone the way you want your own family members to be treated.
Exactly.
Now, you know, some of us may not treat our family members very well, but the idea and the concept is treat people the way you would want to be treated, or the way you'd want your sister to be treated, or your brother, and I think that's a good rule of thumb. That's not saying, though, if you have to escalate, you can't escalate.
Sure. Because they have been trained.
And our training is to react to how you react.
Right.
You know, so you know, you're in control.
Right.
What level you want to go to is kind of your decision.
I used to tell them in the bar business, tell my people and the people we may have an issue with, that it really doesn't need to be personal. It's not me and you having a disagreement, but you happen to have broken the rules in this place, and we have to do this, and that's our job, and there's no reason why we have to be mad at each other about this. You know,
that's right.
So,
I mean,
you know,
and you're exactly right. Normally, when we, the police, have to get involved in something, it's because somebody else has broken that normal. Exactly. You know, what is acceptable, what is normal, what are we as a society willing to accept? And when you step over that line, we have to step in.
We've used up over half of this segment. We better talk about turn signals.
Well, we're going to go from extreme to extreme.
Right, exactly.
Oftentimes I get asked about some basic traffic issues. You know, we've talked about the center turn lane. We've talked about stop signs. We've talked about red lights. What we haven't really talked about is the use of turn signals. And I get a lot of people that get frustrated at people that don't use their blinkers. And, you know, the key is that it's required. The state statute says you will give a signal before you turn, stop, change from a course that you're on. But when I say use a signal, the statute goes back to talking about hand and arm signals. What we used as a kid.
And they still apply.
They still apply. They're in the statute. And I can remember as a child riding my bicycle how I thought I was big stuff when I learned the hand and arm signals.
Right.
And it's still the same. Your left hand extended out is I want to make a left turn.
Yeah.
Your left hand extended up. I want to make a right turn. Left hand extended down. I'm going to stop.
Right.
Those are still identified in the state statute.
Amazing.
But then they also now have gotten a little bit more progressive, but they also say, or use an electrical, a blinker.
Right.
So we have, that seems to be where the big, you don't ever see anyone doing a hand and arm signal anymore. You may, but it's very rare.
Well, unless their blinker's out or something.
You would hope they would revert back to that. But the use of blinkers, it's mandated, and it says you're supposed to use it. You're supposed to turn it on within 50 feet and leave it on of where you intend to make your turn. And that means lane changes, turning into a parking lot. If you're on the side of the road, let's say North Jackson Street, and you're in one of those parallel parking spots, if you're going to pull out into the lane of traffic, you're supposed to turn your signal on or stick your hand out. I wouldn't stick my hand out on Jackson Street if you're parallel parked. To let people know you intend to pull out into the lane of traffic. I think we all have sat, as you were kind of saying before we came on, you sit at a stop sign or you sit at a parking lot trying to get out, traffic's going every which way, you finally get an opening after this next car is coming. Then all of a sudden that car slows down and turns right where you're at.
Yeah.
And you get frustrated. I mean, how many of us get frustrated?
Right.
And then you see that person maybe that does not use their signal when they turn and they're on a cell phone. They're doing something else, and it's pure laziness is what it is.
Exactly.
Or you could say it's not being a courteous driver. Let someone know what your intent is. And I did have an email last night when I got home at night from a man that had read the article, and he had a question. He said, well, and this guy is a supporter of using blinkers and if I'm the only one on the road or there are no cars within close proximity, do I have to use the blinker? And my response was no, because the way the statute is to let oncoming traffic or traffic in the same direction know what you're doing. So if there's no cars there, you're not in violation if you don't use your blinker. And I catch myself doing the same thing. No one else is around, I use my blinker, and it's kind of like,
Yeah, but it's probably good to stay.
It is to stay in practice doing it.
Right.
And then the downside is that you can be cited for not using your blinker. It's a $126 fine. Yeah, and I like to tell people $126 versus taking the time to flip that little lever.
Exactly.
Which is preferred.
Sure.
Now, the only exception where you cannot use a hand and arm signal is if you're driving like a big truck and you've got 24 inches from the steering wheel to the outside. If it's larger than 24 inches, you can't use hand and arm because you can't see the hand signal.
See it, yeah.
So that's the only exception. You have to have a blinker, but if your blinker's not working, stick that arm out.
Okay.
Be careful, though.
All right. $126 fine for not doing that.
That's right.
Be smart to use your blinkers, folks. It'll probably save you a needless accident, too, at some point in your driving career.
I didn't get to mention the accident part of it, but you're right. I mean, that will prevent accidents.
All right. Chief, it's always good to see you again.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks for having me.
Interesting topic as always. We'll be right back with more living right after this.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
Trucks!
The #1 selling truck for 35 years straight, the Ford F-Series, can be found at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester. We have a huge selection of over 100 trucks to choose from, with Ford manufactured rebates and incentives up to $10,000 or 0% financing available. Now is the time to buy. So come on down to Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, and remember,
Trucks!
And more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. we help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our good friends at Stan McNabb Automotive Group in Tullahoma. This year it's the Chrysler dealership out on Highway 55. Every year they give the use of a new vehicle for 1 year to an outstanding teacher that they select from Tullahoma High School. And again, this year I think the vehicle was maybe a Dodge Durango. I could be wrong about that, but you're going to see it on this video. But yesterday was the day that they selected, or they announced the winner of that vehicle, and again, you get to use that vehicle for 1 year, and usually makes a teacher at Tullahoma High School very, very excited. So John Gray was there yesterday and brings us this video.
And this is the car that Stan McNabb Dealerships is going to be allowing the Teacher of the Year to drive for a year at Tullahoma City School System. This is the 4th year they've done this.
This is it, folks. This is the only school system in the state of Tennessee where somebody's going to walk away with a new car, and they're going to walk away with a new car because of the generosity of Stan McNabb Auto Group. Trey Dolly, come on up, please.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Well, I'm Trey McNabb. My grandmother was a teacher, my mom was a teacher, my mother-in-law just retired as a teacher, so we appreciate everything that y'all do for sure. My wife Dolly's sitting right here in front of me. We're expecting our first child, so we here in a few years we'll have another one in the school system. I'd like to talk about a few people that we brought here. All 4 of them are THS graduates. We'll start with John Greenwood. He's the service manager at the Chrysler store. He's been with us for about 19 years. And you graduated in 1985, THS. Brian Bunch joined us in April. He graduated from THS in '99. Brian's the sales manager at the Chrysler store on East Carroll Street. Next we got Ryan Ruff. I don't know if y'all remember him, but you know... a lot of my teachers are still here. Ryan's the sales manager at Stan McNabb Chevrolet on Jackson Street, and he graduated in '05. Or 01, excuse me. 01. And Cody Hall graduated in '04. He's the body shop manager, been with us for roughly about 9 years. And if you don't know where the body shop is, it's about a mile past the Chevy store on Jackson Street. All his repairs are lifetime guaranteed, so if you do have an accident, come see Cody. He'll take care of you.
Ready?
We're ready.
Let's have our building level Teacher of the Year winners come to the stage, please. And we have a retiree from West, so the odds just got better. And if I could get a stand-in for East. We have a teacher who had to be out today. She's sick. She would be sicker if she won the car and no one was here to stand in.
I'm standing in.
Okay, did everybody see the car outside?
Yeah. Yes.
So, who deserves it? All right, here's how this works. We will have a reverse drawing, and Sandy is coming down to pull me out of the fire. But But we will have a reverse drawing. Sandy is going to write down the names of all the, and Sandy, I'm not kidding, you're going to write down the names of all the folks, and then we will put those names in a container and pull those names out of the hat. The last name left will be the winner of the car. See who the first person to sit down is going to be. That was a smart move. He's going to make me read the names, so you guys are going to remember, it's not me. I'm trying to sell cars, not make folks mad. Ms. Wetzel. Ms. Tomlin, have a seat. Ms. Edens, have a seat. Flanaris, have a seat. They talking? Dadgum speech teacher up here can't say a word. He's not. Ms. Dodson. Mr. Miller, have a seat. Is going to leave with that new car out underneath the flagpole. It's hard on your nerves, huh?
Jackie.
Come on.
Judges.
I know who it is. Mr. Lester, have a seat. Lisa Layton, congratulations.
Trey, tell me who you got here, buddy.
Trey McNabb with Lisa Layton just got the Teacher of the Year for the Car to Drive for a year.
Lisa, what about it?
It's very exciting, very exciting.
I'll bet it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, not many people get this opportunity to have a brand new vehicle for a year.
I feel very fortunate, I do.
Well, we're very fortunate to have teachers like you in our system.
Well, thank you. There are lots of wonderful teachers.
Yes, there are, and I wish we could have given one to all of them, don't you, Trey?
That's right, that's right.
And businesses like the Stan McNabb dealerships to do this for our teachers.
That's right.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
You know, folks, one of the things that I really enjoy doing is living and having a good life and a fun life and caring about life. And I have some people with me today who are the ultimate caregivers when it comes to caring about life, and people who have a little problem. Maybe they've been injured and need some help, and that's Life Care Center of Tullahoma, and they are the best at what they do around here. And this morning I'm going to introduce a new employee at Life Care, someone that I care greatly about, and that's my wife, Fran. She's right over here, and she is the new receptionist on Saturday and Sunday at Life Care Center.
Yes, I am. I'm very delighted to be there, John.
And so when you walk through the door, you'll see that great big smile and get a big hello, and she will learn about you and help you as all the other folks at Life Care Center do. But what she's going to do right now is introduce you to these 2 lovely ladies right here and give us a little bit of a clue about what their responsibilities are.
Thank you, John. This morning I'm privileged to introduce Erica Baker, who is over the skilled nursing unit at Life Care Center, and meet Jessie Morrow, who is a wound care specialist, and she and Erica both have shown great care and compassion to our family.
Yes.
And many families who have come through Life Care. But not only do they show compassion for the families who are being cared for at Life Care, but for the community in general. And that's why we're here today, to talk about a very special project that's ongoing at Life Care.
Okay, well, this is a Pay It Forward project.
Yes, sir.
Which I think is a wonderful thing we all should do. Erica, you tell us a little bit about that project.
Well, we got together as a group and decided that we would pick 12 organizations that we could help throughout the year. So the first one we picked was actually the Haven of Hope, and we did a big drive and got them non-perishable items and canned foods and blankets and things that they could use to help them throughout their year. So we just picked different organizations to help because we wanted to show how much our employees and the people we work with care and pass that out into the community, because we like to touch lives every day.
Okay, so that you've already done that first project.
Yes, sir.
And that was with Haven, and that went well.
It went
you
wonderful.
had good response from that?
Yes, it went wonderful.
Well, have you decided is there a decision what the next project might be?
We are currently working on the next project.
For the month of July, we've done school supplies. We're collecting school supplies.
Oh.
We've actually adopted East Lincoln Elementary. We've spoke to the principal there, Mr. Hargrove, and there's a great need for some aid there for school supplies. And we've also invited all the physicians in town to jump in and donate the backpacks. So with the physicians donating the backpacks and our employees and anybody else that wants to join donating the school supplies, hopefully we can get to our goal, which is 100 backpacks.
And that's great. And so I would assume here I am thinking about how this might work. You'll put the school supplies in the backpacks, try to fill the backpacks up with with school supplies, and that would be anything from pencils and paper and
markers,
erasers,
crayons, rulers,
glue. Do they still use glue? Glue sticks.
Yes.
And maybe a little glitter. If somebody wanted to put a little glitter in there, that'd probably be all right too. Well, that's great, girls. You know, how long have you been working with Life Care?
I've been there 8 years.
8 years, and Erica?
I will be there 14 years in October.
14 years and 8 years. Folks, now that shows you one thing. That shows you that not only is this a good business and caregiver in our community, but evidently is a good employer and takes proper care of their employees, because to have 14 and 8 years in one place at this day and time is pretty good. So you must be enjoying your work.
Yes.
And enjoying the people you work with.
Very much.
That's a great thing. What can someone in the community do that wants to be involved in these projects that you're having? How could they get in touch with you?
Well, they can come by the Life Care Center on North Jackson Street and leave school supplies. They're welcome to call there, which is 455-8557, and ask what's needed. I understand this morning that we could use more pink, pink erasers, markers, colored pencils, and we want to get all these backpacks put together and delivered by next Tuesday.
Oh.
So school's starting next week.
That's the first day of school.
Yes. Yeah. So we want the children.
Next Tuesday's the first day. That's right, in Tullahoma it is.
Yes,
isn't
it is.
That's right. So we're encouraging all the staff and anyone in the community who would like to help children start off their year successfully to contribute these school supplies. Again, they can come by Life Care Center or call and see what's needed and drop it off, and we would greatly appreciate that. And children need to feel good about themselves and to start off the year with everything they need to have a great year. So we appreciate anyone's contribution toward this effort. We have more projects coming up during the year, and we'll be back in touch about those.
That's great. Well, what they need right now is big pink erasers. So, and other things as well. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you here. And folks, you remember, if you have someone in your family or a friend who is in need of care that you just can't give them yourself, keep Life Care of Tullahoma in mind as a place to go and talk to these fine people down there and find out how they can help you, because there is a time when we all need help, and the caregiver needs to stay well enough to take care and love their loved one. You can't do it all by yourself. That's what Life Care of Tullahoma is for. We'll be back after these messages.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Don't risk losing the Social Security disability benefits you have earned. I'm Russell Hedges with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law. I bring over 25 years of experience and dedication to your case. My Social Security team will walk you through the process. We can increase your chances of winning and maximize the benefits due to you. If we do not win, you will not owe us a fee. Call me, Russell Hedges with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law, for maximum returns and minimum concerns.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
Recently, Governor Haslam visited Tullahoma and he interviewed the oldest Girl Scout in the state of Tennessee. We're going to show that clip right now.
This is a Girl Scout celebration and fundraiser out at Lakewood Golf and Country Club, where Governor Haslam is going to speak later. And Millie Ellis, one of the oldest Girl Scouts alive in America, is shaking hands and having pictures made with guests. There's Greg Gressel right there. He's one of the main cogs in this deal, making sure everybody gets handled properly. Look there, there's Miss Millie right there, and she is meeting guests. And look at all these lovely Girl Scouts that are surrounding her here on a day that she is being honored as one of the oldest Girl Scouts in the United States of America. And of course, with the governor showing, a lot of the politicians around, there's Representative or Senator, State Senator Janice Bowen, Mayor Lane Curley, and numerous others. Joe Orr right there. Look at there. You ought to know Jumpin' Joe would be right in the middle of it. And as you can see right now, the room is filling up for people coming to this great event for Girl Scouts and to hear the governor of the great state of Tennessee, Governor Bill Haslam, talk to this august crowd. And here comes Governor Haslam in right now. There he is right there. Governor Bill Haslam.
Today we have the honor to be in the presence of the closest thing that we have to Girl Scout royalty, Ms. Mildred Millie Ellis. At the age of 104, is one of the oldest living Girl Scouts in the nation, and she lives right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee. And we're glad to have her here and to honor her today. Ms. Ellis has said a quote, and she said, "I am glad that I was ingrained with the Girl Scout promise at such a young age. It continues to fulfill me, and it allows me to make friends all over the world." So today, it is our honor to celebrate this movement and have this momentous occasion with such a great woman. What an example of confidence, courage, and character you are to us. Miss Millie, thank you for your service. We have a gift here that was sent from national headquarters in New York, and it says, "I recently learned from Girl Scouts of Middle Tennessee that at the age of 104, you were being honored as the oldest living Girl Scout in Tennessee. On behalf of everyone in Girl Scouts of the USA, congratulations."
Ms. Ellis, because of your continued dedication to the Girl Scouts, Bill and I are both honored to present to you this tribute book. It's celebrating 100 years of Girl Scouting, and there's also a letter in there from the Girl Scouts of the United States of America.
It is an honor to be here, and very much appreciate it. It's an honor to have Senator Bowling with us here. She is a great partner for us in Nashville, and as you can imagine, we work on some challenging issues, and it's great to have her there with us. And Mayor, thank you very much for joining us as well. It's great to have you. You know, having Miss Lily here, when Chrissy and I walked in the room and everybody stood up and applauded, I really appreciate that. Although I was pretty sure that you were doing that because Miss Lily was behind me. Let me tell you why I'm here today. You might think, Governor, real busy. Why would you come to this lunch today? Well, in a minute, we're going to get to honor Millie Ellis, and she is worthy of honor. And Chrissy and I both wanted to make a point of being here today for that reason. But there's a reason actually beyond that as well. And I appreciate Virginia's introduction and about some of the work that's happening in education in Tennessee. And she talked specifically about our Tennessee Promise. It's a promise to every Tennessean. If you'll graduate from high school, we'll give you 2 years of community college or technology school absolutely free. Well, here's why we're doing that. Of the jobs that will exist in Tennessee just 10 years from now, 55% will require either a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree, or a technology school certificate. 55%. Okay? Right now, only 32% of Tennesseans have a degree or certificate like that. So we had to do something to change the expectation level of Tennesseans. And one of the issues, as anybody knows around higher education today, is the affordability of school. And so we thought free might get people's attention because it's sort of hard to beat free. And the ability to say free 2 years of community college, I hope, and my expectation is it can change the expectations for lots of students throughout Tennessee. People who thought, nobody in my family's ever been to college. That's not who we are. Even if we were, we couldn't afford it. But this would be a program that would change that. So we would prepare people for the jobs that really will be out there in the future. But here's something that's really important. Of the students, or getting students to our community colleges or our 4-year schools is only a piece of the step. We have to also prepare them to succeed. And in Tennessee, of the students that go to community college now, 70% of them need remedial work when they get there. A lot of the things that teachers have to deal with today are things that maybe when you or we were growing up that were dealt with in different circumstances with families or in different community settings. But now, those problems walk in the front door of the schoolhouse every day with those students. And that's where the Girl Scouts come in. Government can do a lot of things. We are really good at fixing some things, but as I say, we're a lot better at fixing potholes than we are at fixing hearts. Government doesn't do a really good job of working on heart issues, but the Girl Scouts do. For 102 years, the Girl Scouts have been literally reaching down into girls' lives and changing them and changing their pathways and their trajectory and their expectations. And that's why I'm here today, is to thank you for your support and to encourage you to do more of that. We want to prepare students for the future. And doing that means they have to be ready for the occupational challenges and of the future and the education challenges of today. But mixed in with all that is all the societal issues that students deal with every day. Because of that, I'm incredibly grateful for the Girl Scouts here and across the state and for all the work that's happened in the past 92 years. Chrissy joins me in thanking you for being here today. We're going to get a chance, I think, to make a special honor here in a second. But in the meantime, I wanted you to know the role that I see the Girl Scouts playing in the bigger picture of what's happening in Tennessee. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, here's Miss Millie right here. There's some beautiful things around the table that have been given to her. And a delightful day, a delightful event. So much congratulations for the Tullahoma's oldest Girl Scout, Miss Millie Ellis.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. You're going to be glad you stuck around. I have the neatest people on my set today. I have with me Sylvia Pinson, and she's brought with her Jay Whaley from Arkansas.
Yes, ma'am.
Sylvia's from Shelbyville.
Correct.
Right next door, and you've got big things going on, so I'm not going to talk a lot.
It's this weekend.
It's this weekend, so we got to get on it. So tell me
Wayne
what.
Buckingham, WAB Sports. Wayne was a bell buckle boy. Went on to Clemson to play basketball. Went on and played ABA ball.
Wow.
And now he's back in Bell Buckle and Shelbyville area, and he is presenting the first annual Bertie Ruth Buckingham Celebrity to Clarity basketball game. And
so when is that?
This Saturday. Starts at
what time?
The gates open. The doors open at 11:30, and then you can come in and meet all the stars. So
That's
you want to help
exciting.
us? Who's going to be there?
got some great NBA legends, WNBA legends. You have Kenny Anderson, which played, you know, in the 90s, and NBA legend. You have Ramon Sessions, Shamiqua Holdsclaw, who played in WNBA, also played at University Tennessee. You have Brittany Jackson, plays in the WNBA, played at University of Tennessee.
Oh my goodness, what a lineup.
Dante Jones, who's also from Tennessee. Right. Penny Moore, who played in WNBA. You got Sharon Wright, he's also a Tennessee guy. Anthony Miller. You have J.P. Prince, who also went to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And you have a comedian from the TV show Martin.
Oh my gosh.
Cole Anthony Payne, who's going to be playing. So that's probably going to be funny.
It will be.
And I'm actually going to be playing.
You're going to play? Is that going to be funny, or are you a star?
I have a background in basketball. I played college ball, and I played after college ball.
Yeah.
So it may not be funny to watch me play. It may be a little funny to them, thinking like, oh, he can really play.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're more than a player. You're a singer.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are just going to do the national anthem.
Yes, I'm going to open the game with the national anthem.
Open the game.
Which I've had the pleasure of singing the national anthem, I think, a few weeks back
That's a tough
for the
song to
WNBA.
sing.
It is, especially when you have thousands and thousands of people looking at you.
Right.
And you hope that you don't do the tripping on the way out or forget the middle of the song.
Right.
and
do you do it with a track, or do you do it a cappella?
I do it a cappella.
Good.
So
That's
I hum
awesome.
all the way up to the to the middle of the court and make sure I'm on the right note.
Make sure you're on the right note. Okay, and it's
this Saturday.
Did we get the time already, maybe?
The game starts from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Cascade High School at 1165 Bell Buckle, Tennessee. It's on,
do you have an exact address for that? Some people might not know where Cascade is.
Okay, 1165 Bell Buckle, Wartrace Road, Wartrace, Tennessee. And the celebrities, you meet and greet from 12:30 to 1. And all of the players will be there to sign the autograph.
That's wonderful. And how much is that to get into the show?
It is school-age children is $7, adults $10. Children under 5 is free. And then in the evening, the comedian will be having a professional athlete and holiday stars. You can meet all of these, but the comedian show is at the celebration.
So he's actually
doing a special
show. He's going to be doing a comedy show.
Stand-up comedy.
Right, and that starts at 9.
What fun.
Yes.
What fun.
Starts at 7.
7 o'clock.
And $25 at the door.
Okay.
So, but you've got to come and meet Mr. Wayne.
It sounds like a fun evening.
I think I learned on the way over.
Is there any way to get tickets ahead of time?
You could call 684 or 580-9696. That's my cell phone.
580-9696.
And I will try to get to tickets.
But they can just come to the door.
They can
Tickets
come
are
at the door.
Not cheaper if you buy them ahead of time.
No,
they're $25. Is that across the board?
Across the board. The children under 5 are free, and school-age children is 7.
Is 7. Well,
it's going to be a great weekend.
Like a fun family event.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
And is this what is this raising money for?
This is raising money for the Bedford County Cancer Foundation in memory of Wayne's mother, Bertha Ruth Buckingham.
Very nice.
Yes.
And it's a first annual, so that tells me something. It's going to happen again and again and again.
Right.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody gets behind it and raise great money for the cause.
Sure.
I think the cause is cancer, which affects everyone.
Yes.
There's nobody
so
that's
it's
not
affected
touched.
me personally and family members. So it's like it's a great cause to raise money for. So,
and I would think even if you can't go, and you could donate money,
right.
that would be nice.
Correct. I think it'd be just a great day.
I think it will too.
At the gym.
Just to bring the whole family out.
And it's a family day, and meet a lot of celebrities.
And meet a lot of kids to meet their favorite NBA players and get a chance to see how tall they are.
Now, are these players? I mean,
you have some current players and you have some former players that'll be playing. So you'll get to see some people that they've probably seen last season on TV.
So they're seeing a regular basketball
and dads
game.
will probably get a chance to see some people that they watched.
Yes.
Like Kenny Anderson, who's a legend.
Well, if you're a basketball fan, and I certainly know you are, aren't you a basketball star?
Yes. Many high moons ago, but I still love the game.
Of course, I don't think you ever lose your love for the game.
And then our own local senior at UT is going to be there.
Good.
She is Ariel Buchanan.
Buchanan, and she's coming back to play? are just going to be there?
Not Buchanan. What's her last name?
It doesn't matter.
What?
She's
Massingale.
Massingale. I knew that name.
That's right.
I'm
sorry.
That. Yeah.
Too many names. Too many stars.
I know.
I get them all confused.
But what a great opportunity for everybody in this region to come out and support an awesome cause and have fun doing it.
Yes, yes.
You can
and
feel
it's
good
going to
about
be
it.
a great day. And
now, I could ask this question. Is that a what do you call it, tax exempt sort of thing?
No.
As far as when you write your check? That's
No.
all right. I mean, I just wondered.
Because Wayne's bringing it through his own business, which is, and you can get tickets, as I was reading here, and then the Duck next door will be advertising at radio station if people can't
and they'll
come.
be telling where you maybe get a ticket if
but
possible.
you could get tickets online, and let me see if I can read this. I apologize. WABsports4@gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
You can get tickets
WABsports@gmail.com.
Correct.
Well, Jay, how long has it been since you've actually played basketball?
Sunday.
Oh!
Are you practicing?
You
I play
are the
regularly.
man.
I play regularly. I actually have a basketball
Okay.
league in Nashville that I sponsor.
That you sponsor.
So I
Very
still
good.
try to keep
So
my...
you're in shape. That's why you're looking so fine.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I try to stay involved in basketball any way I can. I coached. Well, I played college basketball, and I played a little bit after college, and then I coached high school girls basketball, and then the
you're right on
music
top of the
industry took
game.
over, and so now I take.
And you're living in Nashville,
right.
and you're doing your music and doing basketball at the same time, and all that goes together nicely because the rhythm of basketball fits with the rhythm
And
of
it keeps
music.
you in shape, so you won't be out of breath when you're on the stage, and people don't want an out of breath singer.
Right.
Right.
Well, listen, I know it's going to be a wonderful event. We've got just a few seconds, so if you want to reiterate, it's Saturday.
It's this Saturday, July 26th, 12:30 p.m. to 3 p.m.
And the doors probably open at 12 maybe?
12. And then celebrity meet and greet, 12:30 to 1. They can get autographs. And then the fun begins.
The fun begins.
The round ball hits the floor.
And I think that, you know, if they don't like basketball, then come see the comedian.
That's right.
Jay, it's so nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
Thanks
you
for
as well.
coming, Sylvia. It's always
Same to
great
you.
seeing
Thank you for
I'm going to try to
allowing-
remember your last name next time.
Pinson.
Basketball is in. So we'll be back with more of Living.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned at the top of the show today, was big political meet and greet in Manchester last Thursday evening, sponsored by Fantasy Radio 101.5. Most of the candidates vying for county offices here in Coffee County were present there, and John Gray and I were both there. John shot some video from that meet and greet part of it. Let's watch that video right now.
We're here at the Fantasy Radio tent And looky here. Here's Amber and Ryan. What are y'all putting on here this afternoon?
Today is our annual political meet and greet. We invite all the candidates out every year just for a real informal session with the public so they can talk one-on-one about the issues that the individual is more concerned about. So it's a way for the candidates to interact with the public and vice versa.
Very good. And only Fantasy Radio,
Of course, every year.
offers this kind of stuff to the public.
Sure.
All right, we're going to make the tour down through here and see all the people we can see. There's Laura Matthews, Atlanta. There's Sam Miller for Alderman. I got it. There's Mike Winton's crew right there. Just made his announcement. Benton Bartlett. There you go. Look at all of them there. Right. Look at those smiles. Look at those smiles here everywhere. Doing good. We got here. There you go. There's Miss Parton right there. They all down through here. Who's this Tennessee volunteer bunch right here? That's old Donna Tony right there. Look at her.
I've got the UT niece student.
All right,
here.
there's UT. UT. Peyton Manning won that big award last night.
She made the dean's list.
Did a good job.
Hey, Junior.
All right, there's Craig Northcutt right there running for judge. There's my man. There's Tim Brown right there. Look at him. Look at that smile. Look at that wave. Huh? Ready to go.
Yes, sir. Hey, I saw that you came in.
Rodney Banks. Rodney Banks running for county trustee right here. There's old Rodney right there. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
It's going to be on the nightly news?
This will be on the news, I guarantee you that. Liable to go global. There's Steve. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you tonight. Running for road superintendent. Who we got over here? Let's see over here. Look at there. There's Claude right there. Running for alderman. Huh?
Cheryl Swan.
And what, Cheryl, you're running for alderman as well?
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Do you want Jerry Kreitz on?
There's Mickey Lane right there. Look at there. Look at there.
What about Jerry Kreitz?
I got Jerry right there. Jerry and Mickey. Mickey and Jerry. That's like Ben and Jerry. Y'all need to do some ice cream.
Yes.
There's the gunslinger. Oh, that's Lead Singer right there. That's not Gunslinger. There's the peacemaker right back there. Look at it. Made more peace in this county than anybody I know of. And if you don't do right, he'll slap your hand with a yardstick, just like your third grade teacher. Oh me. Looking good. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you this evening. What are you doing? You running? You commissioner?
District
9th District. All right. Good luck to you. Who's this pretty girl?
It's my little girl, McKenna.
Hi, McKenna. That's a nice name. There's Teresa right there. Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Everything going well for you tonight?
Going great.
Isn't it wonderful weather?
It is.
Everybody needs to get out and vote, though, don't they? Very, very important. There's Mickey's tent right there. And who do we have down here? We got Todd Crockett running for commissioner, District 3. There he is. Chip Schultz running for what, 9?
District 8.
District 8. New Union. Good to see you, sir. Good luck to you. There's Gary Cordell right there. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. I mean, the place is full of people, and they're all talking. There, look at there. There's an ice cream eating man if I ever seen one.
We got it. You
Nah, man, you got mine the other night at South Jackson.
Hey, tonight we got watermelon, but we got a second shipment coming in.
Second shipment coming through.
Just arrived and we got chocolate.
All right.
Got some chocolate.
There you go. Good man. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me say one more thing.
What's that?
Appreciate your vote.
That big head filled the whole camera right there.
And right before we went on air.
There we go. There's Lamar right there. How are you, sir?
I'm doing
I like
great.
that shirt, man.
Thank you, sir. Hi, how's it going today?
Hey, what you doing? You running? What do you got?
Running county
court clerk. All right. Good luck to you.
Early voting tomorrow.
All right. Oh, here's my buddy Zach right here in Shema.
Hi.
Zach's running for commissioner.
Yes,
In
sir.
Tullahoma, what is that? What
District 15.
District 15.
You should know.
I should know. I live down the street from it. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Zach. Hi, Shima.
Hi, good to see you.
Look at there. There's that good old Tilden Stubblefield right there. Good man. Good Tullahoma man.
Good to see you, Mr. Gray.
All right, sir. There's Larry Allen. He's for the wheel. No, he's not for the wheel tax. It says no wheel tax.
That's right.
There you go.
Make sure you show that.
All right. So you got a crowd full of people down here tonight, and they're visiting with the public and having one-on-one conversation to where, you know, they can say answer the questions that the public wants to hear. So there's the cowboy right there.
Yes, sir.
Brent, good to see you,
Good
sir.
to see you, man.
You're running for
County Commissioner, 9th District. Sir.
9th District.
Yes,
good
sir.
luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for
you
having
got
me.
it. You got it.
Well, it's Eugene.
Scott, how you doing tonight?
Hey, how are you doing?
Look at here. There he is right there.
Good to see you.
Doing good?
You doing okay?
Yeah, y'all carrying that ice cream theme over from the other night, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Might as well have some.
Everything. Ice cream, watermelon, and lemonade, and all.
Great weather. Good luck to you,
Thank
sir.
you. God bless you.
All right. So that's a run through it right here. We'll everybody gets a chance to look and talk and find out what these people think about the issues. This is a great event here. There's Craig right there. How you doing, Craig? Good to see you.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah, good luck to you, sir. All these good-looking, pretty smiling girls and boys down here, and they're finding out from their politicians what their stand is on things. And, you know, this is all brought to you tonight. Hey, Ryan, how many years is this? Several? Several. Amber, how many years?
4 years.
4 years they've been doing this. And who's been doing this? Fantasy Radio's been doing it. That's who's been doing it. Give them a listen, 101.5 FM. Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Today's Charter tip, set up your parental controls. Children don't always know what they should and shouldn't watch, but parents do, and Charter can help. Charter's parental controls are easy to set up. All you need is a 4-digit PIN. Then you can lock specific titles, channels, and show ratings. Even hide program titles and block paid programming purchases. Family protection in just 4 digits. Another way Charter gives you more. Visit charter.net/tips to get started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get out of here. The other night, Mike Winton threw his hat in the ring for the Congress seat running against Diane Black as an independent, and we have a little bit of his speech in doing that, and wish Mike, along with all the rest of them, good luck in their candidacy.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna
See you
close
next
that.
time.
Bye-bye.
purpose of our gathering today is to proudly and publicly announce, along with my family and supporters, our candidacy as an independent candidate for Tennessee's 6th U.S. House of Representatives. 63% of the people today don't feel like Congress has any idea of what their real needs are. I was in a recent meeting with retired General Colin Powell, and he and I agreed that the Congress has created such a gridlock that they can't serve the public the way they need to. And I've chosen to run as an independent for this very reason. Party politicians in a national venue have allowed party politics, money, super PACs, and corporate America to disrupt the protection that we serve. I'm tired of an old saying, vote for me and I'll reach across the aisle. There's no reason to reach across the aisle when you can stand in it. We've lost too many jobs to the foreign job market where labor issues are inhumane. They use child labor to produce. I want to build American and buy American incentives put back in America. We need to remove our dependency from foreign oil. Every government vehicle should be running on propane or natural gas, without question. We need alternate power utilized with nuclear. It's safe. Solar, it's capable. Wind, it's possible. And they all create quality jobs. We need to work harder on education. Teachers and school systems need to concentrate on teaching. Senior citizens, today your abuse and mistreatment needs to stop now. And with my campaign, you'll do that. Veterans, there's no reason you need to wait for medical attention or health care benefits. I believe that the USDA needs to re-instruct their inspectors and go back to doing things they know what to do and leave the Tennessee walking horse industry alone. They don't know anything about the horses, and I know there's issues within that industry, but you're going to dissolve our industry. It's a slap in the face to every civic organization that uses those shows to create income every year, and I want it stopped. Now, there's reasons you could vote for other candidates, but there's only one reason that you really need to vote for me, and that's you. So I believe today I'm going to ask you to vote Mike Winton. I'm going to ask you to vote Mike Winton as an independent, and so he can serve you in the 6th District of the U.S. Congress for the state of Tennessee. Thank you.